Belfast is a city of stories, and particularly at the end of the 1960s, it went through an incredible, tumultuous phase in its history. Very dramatic, sometimes very violent, and I and my family were part of that. And it was always, for me, a story of our time in that city. Not epic in the grand sense of some sort of historical, biopic, but in the lives of the people involved, enormous decisions, titanic, decisions for the families, and people recognized that, I think. There was some sort of connection to the basic sort of family dynamics that were at play, but there was an immense sense of gratitude that we could tell any kind of story. The story is told through the eyes of a 9-10-year-old boy, and this is a 9-10-year-old boy who already was watching a lot of television and a lot of films and starting to filter experience through other imaginative encounters with stories. And one of the things that we explore is the idea of how many Westerns were to be seen on the television back then. When I wrote the script, I actually did feel I was writing a Western, and one that was sort of constructed in the mind of the 10-year-old Buddy. Lots of people who are in it and people who've seen it since we've been working on it have talked about a sense of authenticity in the way people talk. So I think that center of it, I think, is something that is very literal and accurate. The language of the time, the way people behaved in terms of their leisure time, the extended family sing-songs, people out in the parks, the sense that the whole sort of street sort of played and worked together. There are good and bad things about that. Sometimes people knew way too much about, what was going on. My approach with younger actors is to treat them as if they were much older, certainly respect them entirely, and also respect if they have some intuitive way that they might like to work. Some people respond to lots of words, some people don't. Some people like it to be a game the whole time. Some people need to be encouraged to do a bit more homework, and we probably encourage that a bit more. Jude's mum, Shawneen, was very, very good at preparing him with lines, and we made it very clear how vital it was to know the lines very well, quite a long way ahead of the day you might do them, because the dates might change. You might suddenly be doing it tomorrow, and if your effort in the morning is just about remembering the lines, you're not going to be as good as if you knew them, had forgotten them, and now could just be with them. Jamie Dornan is a real Belfast boy. He's just outside Belfast in Hollywood, County Down, and Kieran Hines, who plays Pop, was brought up a mile from where I lived, so we practically could have shouted at each other from house to house. Katrina Balfe is from the south of Ireland, but has a great understanding of the sort of vernacular Irish extended family life. And then Judi Dench, who has a lot of Irish blood in her, is the thoroughbred who can sort of do anything and attracts many actors because they so want to work with her.